Right now, in the wake of a deadly downtown Madison shooting, how a local group is trying to put an end to the violence before it gets worse. Plus, we've learned new details about the tragic death of a young UW surgeon hiking in northern Wisconsin. And the dramatic video as a litter of puppies is rescued in Arizona. The unique way officers were able to spare the dogs from a certain demise. News 3 now at 10 starts right now. And thanks for joining us tonight. It's now been 1 week since Madison's first homicide of the year in broad daylight, the heart of downtown. And since then, 2 people have been arrested, both of them charged. But how this attack was carried out, the disregard for life, has many worried. And now community leaders are looking for ways to make sure the violence doesn't continue, trying to stop it before it gets to that point. Our Tahalil Mohadeen spoke with members of a local organization who say they need to see more people step up.
It didn't have to happen. That could have been handled a different way.
1 week after a deadly shooting in downtown Madison.
We have a mom who just lost their son. He also had a child. He was a brother, a grandchild.
CEO and president of Focus Interruption, Anthony Cooper, still devastated.
This is another young man that just lost his life. Period. I mean, there's no, we're talking about life here.
Frustrated, those involved in the shooting thought picking up a gun was ever the right answer.
It was senseless. Another young man, and now multiple young men, their life has been affected by death.
Wanting to build community relationships to stop the violence, but knowing they can't do it alone, needing people to first take some initiative.
So there's someone picking up a gun, let's talk about a job, right? Let's talk about other things that can be unique to you that can save your life, and to make sure that you have a better quality of life.
And looking for the community's support.
It's really being able to see, like, hey, look, if we know that there are someone who wants change, we're willing to do whatever we can to be able to help them.
To find another way.
You shoot me, I shoot you. There's nothing that's going to be solved with that.
Members of Focused Interruption have been in contact with the family of both the shooter and the victim. They say they're helping those families work through the trauma, letting them know they're not alone.
Tahlil, thank you. And next at 10, we're seeing photos tonight of the 4-month-old boy who died last month after suffering injuries while at daycare. This is Wyatt Hamlin. He died March 1st, a week after suffering a severe traumatic brain injury. And now the person who was watching him has been arrested. Joanna Ford was providing the daycare services at her own home in Mineral Point. She is now charged with neglecting a child, resulting in death. And new information tonight, new details surrounding the death of a UW Health surgeon. The medical examiner in northern Wisconsin believes 30-year-old Kelsey Musgrove fell to her death while hiking. The Iron County Sheriff's Office believes Musgrove went off the trail at the Potato River Falls, trying to get a closer look at the river. While walking along an edge, it appears the ground beneath her collapsed. Getting a look at the forecast now. We just can't catch much of a break from the rain lately, and here is Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti on the weather patio. Gary?
Well, Eric, it isn't raining in the backyard right now. We did have a couple of sprinkles earlier this evening, but the time lapse from the WISC Skycam shows clouds to start out the day, then some sunshine late morning before a cold front came through, along with these brief showers. It just kind of came through over a couple of minutes time and moved on through, but that was the case all the way through the sunset period. And you can see on Doppler track now, rain and snow showers in the northern part of the state, rain showers changing to some flurries or a mix of rain and snow out toward La Crosse and Viroqua, perhaps into areas just south of Wisconsin Dells and north of Richland Center. High temperatures ahead of the cold front. We did have that sunshine late morning. We're in the lower 50s for most areas, but then the cold front came through, and we're now at our low temperature for the day in Madison at 41. Temperatures are dipping into the upper 30s north of the Wisconsin River. We're still seeing some strong wind gusts in the 25 to 35 mile per hour range. Those winds will die down a bit overnight. Look for rain showers to perhaps mix with some flakes of snow overnight. Low temperature dropping to 34. Tomorrow will be a colder day with a high of only 41. Rain showers at times mixed with snow as well. Look for warmer temperatures as we head into next week, but there also could be some spring-like thunderstorms. I'll have more on that in the forecast in just a few minutes.
Gary, thank you. A 14-year-old boy arrested on arson charges for starting a fire at Madison Memorial High School yesterday. Video shows the teen using a lighter to set a plastic placard on fire while it was attached to a wall, causing about $150 in damage. He's also accused of setting 2 separate bathroom trash cans on fire at the school last month. And new today, tonight. Court records show the man accused of setting fire to his cabin in Madison's homeless encampment had just been temporarily banned from the facility due to his behavior. 37-year-old Jeffrey Jelinski faces charges of arson and threatening law enforcement officers stemming from the March 29th incident at the Dairy Drive location. The complaint says after being banned for a week, Jelinski reportedly threw several items outside, including a mini fridge, and left with a backpack and some belongings. A few minutes later, the home was engulfed in flames. He ended up turning himself in later that day. The Milwaukee Police Department taking over an officer-involved shooting investigation in the city of Wauwatosa. Last night, 2 officers shot and injured a 17-year-old when officers pulled over a vehicle which was reported stolen. They say the teen got out of the car armed with a gun, and that's when police say the teen started running towards officers. They opened fire.
No police officer goes to work thinking, I hope I shoot my gun today. This is not something that our officers do lightly. We have a serious problem with crime in the greater Milwaukee community, with stolen cars and with too many guns on the streets. This is an unfortunate incident.
One officer, 34 years old, 8 years experience, and the other 30 years old, 5 years of experience, both on administrative leave during the investigation. The 17-year-old is expected to survive. A Marquette County deputy fired and arrested for allegedly engaging in sexual behavior with a minor. Officers arrested Travis Biddleman today after a video surfaced of him allegedly trying to solicit a minor. There is an active investigation ongoing. Authorities say they plan to share more information when that investigation is complete. Developing tonight, no criminal charges will be filed in the fatal police shooting of Amir Locke at a Minneapolis apartment in early February. The announcement made today. Officials say there's not enough evidence to file charges against the officer who shot and killed the 22-year-old during the execution of the controversial no-knock warrant. Police went to the apartment looking for a murder suspect, but Locke was not the man they were looking for. Starting on Friday, Minneapolis police will no longer be allowed to use those no-knock warrants. They're being prohibited in the city. The new policy requires officers to repeatedly knock and announce their presence as well as their purpose before entering the premises. A shocking story caught on camera in California. A man says he was playing his drums along one of the trails in Canyon Country when an axe-wielding man came out of nowhere. In an instant, Andy Torres' Saturday morning jam session turned violent. Attacked by a man armed with an axe, the man striking the drum kit several times, clearly frightening the 36-year-old musician there.
He just came up swinging already. He didn't announce himself. He didn't say get out of the way. Or you making the noise. No, he knew what he was going to do. I happened to just get out of the way.
Torres says after the man nearly destroyed the drum kit, he threatened him again, this time with a gun. As soon as Torres announced that he recorded the incident, the man appears to change his attitude, turning away and quickly leaving. Well, check this out. Just north of Fort Lauderdale, an 11-foot female hammerhead shark found on a Florida beach this morning, washing up overnight. Brought a lot of attention with a mix of emotions. Nearby construction crews eventually used equipment to move the shark away from the beach away from the crowds before scientists were able to collect some samples. The shark was then removed and buried. In Wisconsin, a $3,000 reward now being offered to find the person who shot a bald eagle in Dunn County last week. Happened near Colfax, north of Eau Claire. The Raptor Education Group, which is offering that money, says the eagle was likely hit with birdshot while in mid-flight, had over 20 shots in her body. As of this weekend, the eagle said to be in critical condition. And the Department of Ag Trade Consumer Protection says cases of the highly contagious avian flu at a commercial poultry facility in Jefferson County and a backyard flock in Rock County likely came from contact with wild birds. Speaking to reporters this afternoon, officials say both cases appear to be independent and came from wild birds coming in contact with those flocks. Several Glendale, Arizona police officers near Phoenix are being credited for saving the life of a litter of puppies trapped inside a burning home. This video from early Monday morning, an officer using a shovel to pry open the garage door in order to rescue those puppies. Once that garage door was open, the mother of the pups ran out as officers ran inside to the sounds of squealing puppies. The officers managed to locate 7 puppies and used a nearby dog bowl to safely remove the puppies from the burning home and reunite them with their mother. Crisis in Ukraine coverage now. The mayor of the besieged Ukrainian city of Mariupol says more than 5,000 civilians have been killed during the month-long Russian blockade, among them 210 children. The mayor says more than 90% of the city's infrastructure has been destroyed by Russian shelling. As international outrage intensifies over apparent Russian atrocities in Ukraine, the U.S. and Western allies today announcing a new wave of financial punishment against the Kremlin. CBS News correspondent Natalie Brand reports.
The mayor of Mariupol estimates more than 5,000 people have been killed by Russia's relentless bombardments in the southern port city. And he accused Russian troops of using mobile crematoriums to burn bodies to cover up war crimes. Outside Ukraine's capital of Kyiv, authorities are gathering the dead and evidence of atrocities left behind in suburbs, including Bucha, before Russia's troops retreated.
Responsible nations have to come together to hold these perpetrators accountable.
On Wednesday, the U.S. and its allies unveiled new sanctions against Russia in response to the escalating brutality. The new sanctions in part target Russian President Vladimir Putin's adult children, Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov's wife and daughter, and Russian Security Council officials.
Just in 1 year, our sanctions are likely to wipe out the last 15 years of Russia's economic gains.
The Biden administration is also sending an additional $100 million worth of Javelin anti-tank missiles to Ukraine, bringing the total amount of security assistance to the country to $1.7 billion since the war began.
The Ukrainians are bravely fighting for their country, and they have denied Mr. Putin so many of his strategic objectives.
The Pentagon and defense analysts assess that Russian forces are resupplying and preparing for renewed battle in Ukraine's eastern Donbass region. Natalie Brand, CBS News, the White House.
The Biden administration also sanctioning Russia's largest financial institution, and the president is signing an executive order banning new investment in Russia. And for the first time since the invasion, the Department of Justice announced criminal charges against a Russian oligarch for violating previous sanctions. For the second time in 6 months, oil executives appear before a House committee. The hearing was a round-robin blame game of sorts, and no matter which way you slice it, Americans are still simply paying more at the pump. Republicans blame the president. Democrats blasted the oil industry.
Ripping the American people off, and it must end.
Why is the price of oil coming down, but the price at the pump is still near record highs?
This is the Biden price hike, and it's been a steady climb since he took office.
Lawmakers also put the spotlight on the oil industry profits, nearly $77 billion for the 6 companies testifying last year. 2 of them, Exxon and Chevron, reported their most profitable year since 2014. Wisconsin will receive more than $116 million in annual transit funding from the federal government. President Biden and the U.S. Department of Transportation today announcing the more than $20 billion investment in transit projects across the country, thanks to the bipartisan infrastructure law. Across Wisconsin, nearly every school district receiving new funding through Governor Evers' Get Kids Ahead initiative. The governor announcing the program in his State of the State address. It gives eligible districts a minimum of $10,000. Of the districts that opted in, Madison, given the second largest amount behind Milwaukee, receiving $360,000. Still ahead at 10, more rain, maybe even some snow still on the way. Gary will have his full forecast. But first, former senator turned author featuring a Rock County icon, where you can check it out. That's next.
The Swim Spa Hot Tub and Sauna Show is this weekend only in the arena at the Alliant Energy Center in Madison. Millions of inventory must be sold. Prices are slashed up to 60% off retail, so save thousands. Save big on new hot tub spas and saunas. Plus, see the Michael Phelps Signature Swim Spas by Master Spas.
Hi, I'm Michael Phelps. Join the swimming revolution.
The Swim Spa Hot Tub and Sauna Show this weekend only in the arena at the Alliant Energy Center in Madison. Visit 800spasale.com.
Dairy farms disappearing, prices up, COVID's still not gone. And what's Ron Johnson done? Voted against new jobs and told us to take mouthwash to cure COVID. I'm Sarah Godlewski. I grew up in Eau Claire, where we're more interested in common sense than conspiracies. That's how I've run the state treasurer's office, and common sense is what, quite frankly, we could use in Washington. Practical ideas that just help people, not mouthwash. I'm Sarah Godlewski, and that's why I approve this message.
PTI, I need the PDF, COB, AKA EOD. What's the ETA?
ASAP, FYI.
LMK.
HBD Gordon. HBDY.
LOL, look at this GIF. It's GIF. FWIW.
ROTFL.
You see my IM?
TLDR.
What?
Too long. Didn't read.
Okay.
We don't need any more acronyms, but we could all use more ways to save.
BMX!
Max, YOLO!
Switch to Geico for more ways to save.
SMH.
Enough! This doom and gloom ends now.
It's time for a brighter view. Let the sun shine in with 2-for-1 windows from Feldco. Plus, no interest until 2023.
2-for-1 windows from Feldco ends soon. Call now.
For quality windows, siding, and doors, call 866 for Feldco.
Whether you have a design emergency or you just want to shop the best furniture showroom in town, you need Dwellings, Madison's best kept secret for design and furniture. Shop our fabulous showroom, Hard Rock Road, Fitchburg.
Back up your family for a trip through the Flight of Lights.
Tomorrow, Josh is at the Dane County Airport to find out what inspired this year's dazzling drive-by display.
And our temperature roller coaster continues. Let's go on the ride tomorrow morning from 4:30 to 7.
You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
All right, it's official. All right.
President Biden signing a sweeping bill into law that will overhaul the U.S. Postal Service's finances and allow the agency to modernize its service. The changes would save the USPS nearly $50 billion over the next decade, according to the House Oversight Committee. The Wisconsin Veterans Museum in Madison has a unique exhibit that you might want to check out. The Souvenirs of Service display showcases items collected by Wisconsin service members from war. The one-of-a-kind pieces are featured from the Civil War all the way up to today, and items include things like dolls, photographs, and clothing. Each souvenir presented with its own backstory. That exhibit will be on display through the end of the year. And the 2022 Wisconsin Film Festival in Madison kicking off tomorrow. It is returning in person for the first time since 2019 and will feature more than 150 films. Organizers say with new movies made in Wisconsin, classic movies from the early ages of cinema, and international films, there's something for everyone. Again, the festival begins tomorrow, runs through April 14th. You do need a ticket to attend. New tonight, an opportunity to get your hands on a local book featuring a Rock County icon. The book, titled Disassembled, features the old General Motors plant in Janesville, released a couple of years ago by former state senator Tim Cullen.
The same week that we were over there making a pitch to keep this plant open, their CEO was in Washington with the Bush administration trying to get a $25 billion bailout so they could keep the doors open. So you can see their problems were bigger than keeping one plant open.
On this book, for the first time, Cullen tells the inside story of how and why the plant closed and what it means for the future, not only of Janesville, but cities all across America. And all proceeds from the book purchases will go toward the Janesville Multicultural Teacher Scholarship Program that Cullen established. Looking ahead, Bill Nye the Science Guy coming to the Kohl Center April 25th. He'll host a free talk and Q&A focusing on climate change and sustainability. The event open to anyone, even those with no affiliation to the UW. You do need to register, though, ahead of time. We have a link to do so at channel3000.com. For people living in the South, another chance tonight for some severe weather. Yesterday, tornadoes, hail, strong winds causing extensive damage in multiple states. At least 2 people were killed. More than 30 tornadoes were confirmed in Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, and South Carolina. We go to Gary Canalti now for a look at our forecast, but also looking back at a dangerous period for the South.
Yeah, it's Tornado and Severe Weather Awareness Week here in Wisconsin, but they're experiencing it for real down south, and it's been multiple days of severe weather. This is just over the last 48 hours. You can see all the severe weather reports stretching from Texas to the Atlantic coast down into Florida and as far north as southeastern Iowa and parts of Wyoming. Some wind and hail reports that far north. Now, just over the last 24 hours, the severe weather reports have been concentrated, or actually in the last 48 hours, you can see a lot of the tornado reports in Georgia and South Carolina. Over the last 24 hours, things have settled down, but still, tornado reports today through central portions of Georgia, and hail and wind reports into South Carolina. Doppler track continues to show thunderstorms there. It looks like one line of storms is just moving off the coast. Another line of storms weakening as it pushes into northern portions of Georgia and northwestern portions of South Carolina. We're on the back edge of the storm. The actual center of circulation is located just to our north in northern Wisconsin, with rain and snow showers there. Closer to home, rain showers mixing with some snow between La Crosse and Richland Center. Those are moving to the southeast. We'll probably see a mixture of rain and snow showers overnight. 3 things you need to know. Rain and snow showers in the forecast for tomorrow and for Friday as well. Chilly weather continues through Saturday. Highs only upper 30s for Friday. Low 40s tomorrow, probably mid 40s for Saturday. But 60s are here for Monday through Wednesday of next week, along with some spring-like thunderstorms. And there's the potential that we could see some severe weather at that time, depending on the position of a front. Right now, high temperatures in the 30s and 40s in our part of the Midwest, when they should be in the middle 50s. And you can see current temperatures now in the 30s and lower 40s. Upper-level winds swirling around that area of low pressure in northern Wisconsin. That storm just kind of sitting off to the side of the main jet stream, which kind of circulates around it. So there's nothing really to move it. And it's going to sit and stay in the same position over the next couple of days as it slowly weakens. The cold air now wrapping around the east side of the storm, so it'll cut off the supply of warm air. But it'll take a couple of days for that storm to wind down. So we'll see periodic rain and snow showers and temperatures that'll be well below normal. Like I say, the center of circulation located in northern Wisconsin. The winds rotating around that. But right now, temperatures are still warm enough for rain or a mixture of rain and snow here. Nothing that should stick to the ground. And I think that'll be the case over the next couple of days. But you can see on future track those rain and snow showers coming in from the northwest, changing to rain showers in the afternoon as temperatures warm up by a few degrees, changing back to snow showers tomorrow night as temperatures cool down by a couple of degrees, and the clouds probably lingering through the day on Friday before the clearing out to the west reaches us sometime on Saturday. For tomorrow, high of 41, rain and snow showers. Just a cold, nasty day for early April. Again, snow and rain showers by morning. Snow showers changing to rain showers tomorrow afternoon. Back to snow showers tomorrow night as temperatures drop to around freezing. And then highs only in the upper 30s for Friday. 7 to 10 day forecast. 45 Saturday, 54 on Sunday. Then as we warm up, showers and thunderstorms Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Wednesday, probably the best chance if we're going to see severe weather. Showers will end on Thursday with falling temperatures, and then chilly weather as we head toward the Easter weekend.
And coming up in sports, the transfer trio already making some noise this spring, while the Badgers are excited about their new but experienced cornerbacks. That's next on News 3 Now.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
We asked some of our young fans for their best one call, that's all.
One call, that's all. One call, that's all.
One call, that's all.
One call, that's all.
There are so many things we take for granted, and along with them, sometimes we take the people who depend on them for granted too. How can they survive with record increases in their basic cost of living? And through no fault of their own, they're being left behind. If you or someone you know needs a hand up, our energy, water, and emergency rental assistance providers are working together to keep you safely in your home. You may not ask for it, but we're here to help.
Don't get stuck with internet and TV that costs more and does less. Set yourself free with Spectrum and get it all from one provider. Get Spectrum Internet with enough speed for all your devices all at once with speeds of 200 megabits.
Whoa, that's fast.
Plus, get a free modem and free desktop security to keep you safe online. Get Spectrum Internet for $49.99 a month. Call 833-605-4999. And don't get stuck with the same old TV. Multiply your screens. Spectrum TV with a free Spectrum TV app lets you watch here, there, and everywhere. Stream live TV, sports, news, and more on any device. Plus, access up to 85,000 on-demand titles. Get Spectrum TV from $49.99 a month. Call 833-605-4999. Don't get stuck paying more for less. Pick and choose the services you need. Spectrum Internet or TV, or get them both for $49.99 a month each. All with no contracts. Call 833-605-4999.
Now is the time to turn your dream into a reality with design and buy projects at Menards. Breeze through your project planning with ease using interactive tools that factor in the details that matter and get 11% off everything. If you're dreaming of a kitchen with an island for entertaining, a deck to grill up the perfect hot dog, or a post-frame building large enough to protect your prized possessions, what are you waiting for? Get a free estimate with instant pricing and buy your project today with Design and Buy at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
With broken supply chains and lives disrupted, businesses like Amazon have invested to deliver on time for you and help hundreds hundreds of thousands of small businesses gain access to millions of online shoppers. But Washington politicians have a law that could break Prime's guaranteed 2-day free delivery and threaten our fragile economic recovery. Tell your senators, don't break our Prime. Oppose S 2992. Paid for by CCIA.
Injured? Call Gruber Law Offices today. One call, that's all.
As soon as you make that call, you're going to have somebody on your side. They're going to be your advocate. They're going to fight for you.
One call, that's all.
They took care of everything.
The road to back-to-back NL Central titles begins tomorrow afternoon for the Brewers, and with the pitching staff Milwaukee has, it's a no-brainer that they're the favorite to win the division again. Corbin Burns gets the ball for the Crew in less than 24 hours, and there's a lot of excitement surrounding opening day. Craig Counsell loves it. Burns, on the other hand, well, he's already dialed in.
Opening day it's always something to look forward to. No matter how many times you've done it, no matter where you're doing it, opening day is a fun day for all of us.
Personally, I tried not to make any game bigger than the last. When you start making games bigger than they actually are, it's still a baseball game. So if you go out there and you try to put added pressure and added adrenaline, you're going to go out there and you're going to do things that you haven't done in the past.
With Faion Hicks and Caesar Williams gone and Dean Ingram moved over to receiver, the Badgers needed to beef up their cornerback room. And they did just that by picking up 3 transfers in the portal. And Jay Shaw, Justin Clark, and Cedric Dort have made an instant impact this spring. They obviously have the talent, but the big thing Hank Poteet likes from the trio of transfers is their experience.
All of us definitely got that dog mentality, and we all got something to prove, and we want to prove something. Coming here, coming together, we realize that at this point we want to be one of the best defensive back rooms in the country.
Bringing in a whole bunch of new guys has actually elevated some of the younger guys' game and allowed them to stay locked into the details and stay focused, and it's really pushing everyone.
To the links now, Masters par 3 contest. Sam Burns on hole 7, and sometimes you just need a little help from a friend. Burns hits it into the gallery, and the guy who caught the ball flips it back onto the green. You think that's gonna roll right in? Come on. Gets close. Just short. Gave him a much easier shot, though. The Masters tournament tees off tomorrow. And on the ice, Darryl Watts was honored by the USCHO. The Badger forward was named all-first team for the 2nd straight season. Watts tallied 57 goals this year and finished her career 2nd on the all-time scoring list in NCAA history with 297 points. Nicole Lamantia earned 2nd-team honors, while Casey O'Brien was on the 3rd team. We're back after this.
Spas. The Swim Spa Hot Tub and Sauna Show is coming this weekend only at the arena at the Alliant Energy Center in Madison. Rows and rows of spas, hot tubs, and swim spas. The largest display in the state. Save up to 60% on all in-stock models. This weekend only at the arena at the Alliant Energy Center in Madison.
I grew up working in my family's supper clubs. This is where it started with us as far as the fish that we serve at Culver's today. We source the finest cod and batter each fillet by hand and always cook it to order. That beautiful golden brown color and flaky on the inside. The fish fry is a Midwest tradition. It's about families coming together. I love bringing this tradition to guests everywhere. Mom and Dad would be proud. Welcome to Delicious.
You call me devious, but you don't understand that all I am is a little mysterious.
So what do you think?
I love it.
Exciting things call for a drum roll, like this new offer on one of Wisconsin's favorite lotto games. It's Super Cash with Lightning Ball. During April, there's a 1 in 3 chance that the Lightning Ball strikes a set of 2 plays. When it does, players get an extra number, which means better odds of winning a prize. Top prize not included. Only in April. This exciting offer from the Wisconsin Lottery is going fast.
Things were really starting to turn worse for my mom. They basically said, that's all we can do.
Right to try is hope when there is no hope.
We had done research on the Zysami. Apparently it was still in stage 3 clinical trials.
She couldn't have that medication unless it was for the Right to Try Act and Senator Johnson's work.
This is 3 days after the treatment, and you can see the difference. You know, without the efforts of Senator Johnson, my mom wouldn't be here today.
I'm Ron Johnson, and I approve this message.
Creating family memories is what Maple Leaf Landscaping is all about. We design and build outdoor spaces that bring people together. Landscaped spaces for any size family. Functional, beautiful, a place everyone will enjoy. And it all starts with a free visit at your home by one of our landscape experts. So call Maple Leaf Landscaping today and have us create an outdoor living space for your home.
Spas. The Swim Spa Hot Tub and Sauna Show is coming this weekend only at the arena at the Alliant Energy Center in Madison. Rows and rows of spas, hot tubs, and swim spas. The largest display in the state. Save up to 60% on all in-stock models. This weekend only at the arena at the Alliant Energy Center in Madison.
Call for action only on News 3 Now. You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
I'm already here. Finally tonight, a Sauk City woman had her dream come true today on her 100th birthday. Fidelia Brunig got to ride with her family in a fire truck. Dale, as everyone calls her, has been talking about this moment for years. And our Josh Breider was there for that special moment, and he will have that complete story for you. You won't want to miss it. Monday on News 3 Now this morning. Hear what Dale says it takes to live a long and happy life.
I'm sure she got to ring the siren, too.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing that story. Let's talk about the forecast. Final check.
Chilly out there. The high-resolution Doppler radar. Some light rain and snow showers between Richland Center and La Crosse. Temperatures right now, upper 30s to lower 40s. Nothing that will stick to the ground snow-wise, but mid-30s for lows tonight. Highs lower 40s tomorrow. Chilly through the weekend, and then a warm-up next week with some thunderstorms.
You're off tomorrow? What are you doing tomorrow?
Opening day at Wrigley Field.
Opening day at Wrigley.
Cheering for the Brewers.
Enjoy yourself, Gary. Go Brewers. Have a good one, folks.